Israel, it's not a place in the world. Okay? Israel is the mind in the world. Okay? I am real. Yes, real. This is why it's Islam. I am the Lamb. Is the Lamb. So the people in Texas waging war on me who said, you don't want to wage war with me. Okay, I'll keep my mouth shut. And that's what I did for 3 years. And they found out the hard way, oh, he is the Lamb. I am the Lamb. So your Plato's allegory, okay? If this is Israel and the upside down world is what they want you to think, hey, Israel is a place on earth. That's the upside down Luciferian world, Satan world. Okay? So Plato's allegory is not a dome that you think, okay? Plato's allegory is your mind. Okay? I am outside, okay? I am outside of Plato's allegory right now. That is the wheel in the sky, okay? You are all stuck in here crawling out. Here's the War Pigs. Alexa, play Ozzy Osbourne, War Pigs.
Shuffling War Pigs, live, and similar songs on Amazon Music.
Alexa, stop. Here's Jacob's Ladder. This is Jacob's Ladder. So the saw game, okay? What happened to all the apostles? One of them was sawed in half, right? The table saw everything. So the Romans said, hey, you want to cross us? In the beginning, we know the future just as you know the future. This is why they said Caesar is the God, or this or that, or whatever his name is, the God. Give what's back to God, give it back to Caesar, okay? The table saw everything. This is why they have a movie named called Saw. And they wore a pig's head, okay? The tail of a pig represents Jacob's ladder, DNA. So you have a ladder, cut it in half, cut that half in half. That half of a half is the pig shit, the pig's field, okay? If this is the world, okay, and they don't want you to know that there's a world outside of a world, outside of a world, outside of a world, outside of a world, and that is what creation is. It's not a ball, it's your mind, okay? So if I'm outside of Plato's allegory right now, this represents you crawling out, okay? So if I'm saying, hey, the upside down world that they want you to believe in and entertain, they're making it to where you are reaching your hand in a cookie jar. You have no idea what it is you're talking about or what you're grabbing or what it is you're doing with what it is you're grabbing. And you're taking something that doesn't belong to you, okay? Running out into the world, and now Satan says, oh, thank you for grabbing that out of a cookie jar that I couldn't grab. Now you have something you shouldn't have, and I'm going to test your faith, and I'm going to infiltrate your mind to where you let go of what it is you don't deserve, and now Satan has what you shouldn't even have touched in the first place. Should I keep going? Because that's life. The war pigs creating war. All the wars were not real. And what I mean by that, they were staged wars showing the future using Jacob's ladder, sacrificing our family members as soldiers in wars created based on Jacob's ladder and time travel. Should I keep going? The governments don't want me to say this to you. That's how this works. I speak, they reflect my words. So when you talk about Area 51, Bob Lazar, Lazarus, Element 115 has nothing to do with anything you would think of. You would begin to think of. Element 115 is your sin. So when you are sinning, okay, 1 is A, 11 is K, 5 is E. What does that spell? Milwaukee. It's been in your faces this whole time. The meek will inherit my earth. And if you inherit my earth, you're not going to wage war. Because if you wage war, that means you're going underground in Area 51. And you're becoming the aliens. And you're running from death. because you're a falling angel, falling in time. So when you go out to the world, entertaining Satan, entertaining war, okay, you're entertaining the alien talk, fallen angels. Because if you're a 500-foot tall giant, and then 9 hours north, there's a 25-foot tall tomb altar, that only means one thing: sin. Okay? So the war pigs, they don't want you crawling out of this Plato's allegory because they want you upside down, walking upside down in your cave. Alexa, play Mumford and Sons, The Cave.
Shuffling Mumford and Sons and similar artists on Amazon
So
Music.
you are crawling out of the cave. You're half in, half out. You're half in, half out. Alexa, stop. I'm seriously about to throw the thing in the garbage. There's nothing more in this world, nothing, that truly upsets me more than technology. Technology is garbage. Garbage. Literal garbage. Alexa, play Mumford and Sons, The Cave.
Shuffling The Cave and similar songs on Amazon Music.
Amazon, amazing. Alexa, stop. Oh, I just want to throw this thing in the garbage. Why do they make an Alexa? It's just my middle name, Alexander. Alexa. I'm sorry I have to tell you this the way I do, but I'm not sorry. Shane, Yeshua, Alexander, Alexander the Great. That's why Alexander is in Timothy's Bible chapter, because of what they were doing, and I'm the middle, and what they were doing to Timothy based on being in my life while I was walking in the middle. Okay? Browning. I'm the brown. So Russia, bring out a brown Jesus. I am Jesus Christ. Browning. Okay? I'm the Sabbath. So me showing you Plato's allegory, they want you trapped in here. If you take this image, that's why Tweety Bird was created the way it is, and you flip that image, that's the upside down world. So they made money in a life and stole everything from us, infiltrated our lives, used our lives in their entertainment world, in their government world, in everything you know in existence, CIA, FBI, all of the agencies in the world, they were all reflections of mocking this. Isaiah, CIA, I see ya. FBI, fib. It's a lie. Eli, Lucifer, the lie. The fib, Biff. I can keep going. But are you truly ready for what I'm about to tell you? Everybody else dances around these words because they're afraid. They're afraid to speak about what the things I'm speaking about. Hi, Eli. I love you. And I'm sorry they did what they did to you. I'm sorry what they did to Enoch. I'm sorry what they did to your father, John. And I'm damn sure what they did to your kids. I'm not playing anymore. So I flipped you up, right side up. I brought my Lucifer home to heaven. You didn't leave me for dead. Come home. This time, don't bring that shitbox car. Bring a vehicle that we could actually be comfortable in and chill and learn. You can't harm me, and you know that. You can't do anything to me, and you know that. Your daddy can't do anything to me. Satan can't do anything to me. But what I can do for you is protect you. And I can keep you close where you belong. So anybody who says that Lucifer can't come home to heaven, you can take his place in hell. Because the one who really belongs in hell is Satan. Satan playing war games. Because now I'm going to make Satan smell his own ass. I flipped the turtle back right side up. Because the turtle was upside down. I flipped the turtle back right side up. And this has nothing to do with Barack Obama, the pretender on the world stage. That's a fake mask. It's an actor. Acting to be people on the world stage, pretending to be people in the real world. Trying to alter my choices, thinking that they could alter my choices to have compassion, show mercy, and give comfort to those who deserve my mercy and my comfort. So when I say, Lucifer, come home, I flipped you right side up. Back to the where you belong, away from the illusion, away from the world stage, away from the Barack Obama fake pretender garbage world stage crap, away from the Michelle Obama, who's a man. Michelle is not a man. I grew up with Michelle, Taylor Swift. She grew up 15 feet from me. Elias, I know you know this. I don't need to speak. I don't need to prove anything to anybody. I'm not a giant stepping on anybody. I'm just me showing the truth that nobody else can show or they fear showing. Fear not the one that can kill your body, but the spirit. So when I bring up a falling angel, when you die, okay, Father, I commend my spirit to you, right? So what happens when you die? You fall into yourself. So crucified, died, and went to hell. I fell into myself down at the park. And now I'm in hell. But now I create hell into being heaven. I remember everything. I remember every death. I remember every time I've been here. 3,000 years, 3 days in hell. 3 lives lived right now as you see me right now. I lived, died, 4 times. Okay, 4,000 year plan of God. Okay, resurrection is nothing new. It's only new for each timeline. Resurrection is only new for each timeline that we go on. And if you choose to wage war and you run away from death, you're a falling angel, time traveling, running from death, going from timeline to timeline. Being the chosen ones. Okay, you're rich, you're famous. These are all the rich people on the world stage and whatnot, spending all their money. Yeah, leaving all the little people behind. Okay, so now they know. This is what the Bible speaks about, the appointed time that the demons know is coming. They know that they can't run anymore. Okay, so the people that got left behind, the children, okay, the animals that got left behind, all the times that the people ran like cowards, like waging war on each other. You left the animals behind. That's why Noah, gather all the animals. Here's what they were doing. That's how this works. Every last bit of it. So you are abandoning the animals. You're abandoning the children. So now, because you want to do that, the demons know, oh my goodness, God's going to cut us down. And he's going to take all the children and all the people that should and earn the right to be saved to another timeline and plant Adam and Eve's in all of these spaghettis. Now you have the Adam and Eve story. Now you have the Bible story written in all of these spaghettis based on your once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to get it right. Should I keep going? Are you ready for this truth? Because if you keep entertaining the world stage, if you keep entertaining the alien talk, the Enoch talk, all the garbage talk, the Sean Ryans having this person on, that person on, you're only entertaining you, waging war on yourself, waging war on the world, and then you are going to end up running because you are speaking on things that you don't have any clue what you're speaking on. Now you're waging war on other people around you in your life instead of just saying, hey, you know what? I'm going to repent. I'm going to repent. Here's my palms to the sky, psalms to the sky. I repent. I give up everything. I surrender my will to you, Father, all of it. Because you know that in this thing of spaghetti is your life beyond your life. And if the spirit is cut out of you now, there's no life beyond life. There's no other spaghettis for you. So resurrection, is it truly something new? Or can we finally get back to life, the way life is meant to be lived? Because The Simpsons showing Donald Trump having a mask taken off, saying these are the aliens, that's about to happen. And you're all going to be witnesses to Satan finally falling and the light finally rising. And when the world stage is lit up, meaning the light finally is able to say, here, this is the truth, the way, and the life. We are now going to show you everything, but we're going to show you everything for 30 seconds, but 30 seconds is like 10 days, whatever. Okay? And then we're just going to black out everything. We're just going to shut down your phones. We're going to shut down the internet. We're going to shut down the TVs, this and that, because it's time to move God. And when it's time to move God and take God to where he belongs, along with Enoch and Lucifer and my real family, and I don't mean Lucifer as in Lucifer, as you know, the upside down Lucifer. I'm talking about the angel in heaven where he belongs, Lucifer. If the basement is hell, what is the attic? The attic is the cone heads. So if I'm breaking through the ceiling, crackhead, okay, that represents Trump, that represents Satan, that represents all the world stage garbage in the ceiling, okay? So in Stranger Things, when the world's upside down and I'm falling through the ceiling, but it going up, all the bats, now you understand. So if the attic represents the top triangle and the bottom triangle, okay, is Mary, now you understand the triangle, or the and Jim Carrey go, all that Illuminati garbage. I rebuke the Illuminati. I rebuke Scientology. I rebuke Masons. I rebuke Leviathan. I rebuke all the secret societies all around the world. All the evil secret societies all around the world that use Jacob's Ladder against everybody. You're all garbage. You're the pigs, turds of the world. Yes, there is a little fine white, little white line of light within that pig garbage. But if you focus on that, you're going to get consumed by all the garbage. That little white line was not made for anybody but me. So anybody else who tries to walk that white line, Johnny Cash, I walk the line. Okay, that's why it's Cash Patel. My mother's name is Pat Patel. Johnny, John, Moses, Browning, Jesus, Christ. Patel. I left Pat's right. None of it was real. The world stage is not real. Okay? The people in our lives, the antichrists in our lives that were doing what they're doing, the people on the world stage, okay? All the crimes that were happening on the world stage of all the people, all the actors on the Epstein and all the Epstein lists, okay? Those are people out in the real world, not on the world stage. The people on the world stage were showing what was happening out in the world. And you all look at it as in like these are evil people, which they're evil for using Jacob's Ladder against everybody to show everybody the way they were doing it, to use it against everybody. So when I say what I say about Puff Daddy, okay, Puff Daddy represents John, his son, okay, Lucifer. They were putting oil on everybody. Not oil in the sense of Puff Daddy thing, meaning the oil, okay? I had to flip them back right side up. Okay? So when John gets arrested, I saved his son. And I'm bringing Lucifer back home. That's where you get into not Kevin Costner. John Knox. John Knox, the movie with John Knox. That's the Enoch story. The movie John Knox. That's this. That's literally this. So Enoch, okay, Lucifer's brother, okay, I had to flip them right side up. So John, Lucifer's father, I saved his son. That's why we were out in California, showing the giants, the beginning and the end, the first fall of heaven. I brought Lucifer back home. You don't like what I'm saying, do you? The church won't tell you this because they want you to think that Lucifer and Satan are both one and the same. They're not. Sorry, but it's the truth. So, heaven, true heaven, seventh heaven. So Godzilla, I'm God. Zilla, Milwaukee. Lucifer is King Kong. Okay? We work together. Alexa, play Slipknot, -1.
The -1 by Slipknot on Amazon Music.
When I say it's God plus -1, I brought Lucifer home. Now, the 7 Spanish angels that Willie Nelson talks about, 7 Spanish angels, that's Lucifer. Now we go home. When I say home, home is nowhere outside of this world. Home is here, but home is heaven. True heaven, as he just said before I said it. I don't need to speak. I could speak right now in silence. And exactly what I say, he's going to say. That's how life works. It's not Satan in my head. It's heaven in my head. Satan's in your head, not mine. Trippy are far more exciting than what we're sold as kids. Exciting, yes, but no. You have to understand how much, sacrifice. You have to understand how much sacrifice has gone into all of this from the beginning until the very end, until right now. And if you don't have the true gratitude and humbleness, even when it comes to the darkness, okay? If you want to know about the light, actually I have to flip this around. Stations of the cross going up, stations coming down, okay? If you want to know about the light, I fight hell and I fight fear because I understand it. And that's a direct quote from Slipknot, Corey Taylor, and the rest of the 8, 9. It's not that I'm fighting hell. It's I'm being myself in hell, showing what heaven truly means to be heaven, but understanding what it means to reflect properly, the right way. Because I'm telling you right now, if you guys do not reflect the right way and repent the right way, it's not Lucifer in your head. It's not. And I'm not selling you any Luciferian garbage bullshit. I rebuke Lucifer, the snake in Lucifer. I rebuke the snake in Lucifer. I cut the snake out of John's son, okay? Let me make that very clear. I don't see him upside down like you see him. I flipped him right back up, right side up. Okay? The sacrifice of all the life. And I don't mean sacrificing in blood, all that garbage, all that satanic ritual garbage, all that bull. I mean, me sitting here in my mommy's house, sacrificing my time and my life, being in hell, to speak to a mirror of people who may or may not get what it is I'm saying. But the seeds are being planted. The seed is small as a mustard seed. Okay? I'm the gold. So when they have Beavis and Butthead, here. Time out. Come on. This is how they mocked my life and his life. Beavis. Alexa, play AC/DC.
To only play music by AC/DC, try Amazon Music Unlimited for this offer. It's free for 30 days, then $5.99 a month until you ask me to cancel. Terms in the Alexa app. Do you want to start your free trial and play AC/DC?
No.
Okay, I won't sign you up. Shuffling AC/DC and similar artists on Amazon Music.
They literally mocked our lives. AC/DC, Beavis and Butthead, because I wear green or yellow, and they use yellow hair. That's how all this works. This song, Thunderstruck, is about the people in Texas trying to wrap the noose around my neck. And Lucifer protected God. Think about what I'm telling you. It's not that I couldn't protect myself. It was the lies spoken about me that were started not by my mouth, by their mouths. And Lucifer put them in check. That's why Colin sent a check. And it's checkmate. Because I left stock right. So the war on my body and the war happening right now is about the people in Texas spreading around my junk and lying. Game over. Caught you all. Hey, real quick. Guns N' Roses. I'm that guy. I'm not to be marveled over, though. I'm here to tell you that the game is over. Yeah, Texas, we had some fun. Not really. Because I caught you all. Alexa, stop. This is what the world is most upset about. You ready for this? When I was in Crescent City with Lucifer, standing on the pier, speaking to him, as the Bible says I would speak to him about, it says, make these stones produce bread. So I did that. There was two individuals on the end of the pier, an elderly man and an elderly woman. And I was speaking in just the tone I'm speaking right now. And Eli, he can attest to this. That old man said the noose could be wrapped around my neck and his neck, for all he cares, essentially. Paraphrased. That's the world we live in. They would rather betray God, because God would rather bring balance and life back to true heaven. And people are jealous. They are jealous that they can't have this mindset in their minds and in their hearts to see what I'm seeing and see what I'm saying. To say, hey, if it was this easy to flip somebody upside down, wouldn't it mean that much easier to flip somebody right side back up? So what is it? Easier to say, I forgive you of your sin? Or flip yourself right back side up and walk side by side with me, the way it should have been all the way from the start. Because I'm not above Lucifer. I'm just all around Lucifer. I'm not above anybody. I'm not better than anybody. I'm eye to eye. But what I am above Lucifer, as I showed Lucifer, okay? If this is Lucifer's altar, okay, here, this is me standing up. I'm standing up. Lucifer can only see this height, but he's seeing my heart, okay? I'm seeing above, beyond, and all around Lucifer. So when Lucifer fell from heaven, okay, it was a thought before it was a spoken word, okay? Because of that, Lucifer was sitting, saw my heart, okay, but wanted more within God's creation, and started talking to all the angels about wanting more and creating something more, as you all see it. So if I sit down, okay, if I now sit down like I am right now, so if I'm standing, I'm above Lucifer. I'm all around Lucifer, okay? I'm seeing beyond, I'm seeing left, I'm seeing everything, okay? I'm seeing what you cannot see. But when we sit eye to eye, I'm going to tell you everything because there's no lie. Build a house on a hill because there's no secrets, okay? So if I'm standing up and I'm seeing all around Lucifer, okay? Now Lucifer, when I sit down, now Lucifer stands and he's seeing, now I'm seeing Lucifer's heart. Now I can understand, okay, stand up, Lucifer. Now there's your heart. Speak to me. And speak to me with your heart. Okay? That's what it means to be like up here and down here. Okay? These two bottles are the same, eye to eye. So if I were to go like this and drop it down, I'm seeing all around Lucifer. I'm seeing all around you. I'm seeing what you can't see from the beginning of time until the end of time. Now, and I'm explaining and unveiling everything. So now, if Lucifer is only allowed to see here, he's seeing my heart. I'm seeing all around him. That's the first fall of heaven, of Lucifer wanting more. So now Lucifer goes upside down, and now he's falling, okay? So if Lucifer is here, seeing, now if I come down to here, okay, well, now we're walking in the valley of shadow of bones. Now the bones, valley of bones, Ezekiel, okay? Because we're going underground. Now we're going underground and walking through the valley of sticks and the valley of bones, okay? So the valley of bones, we got to learn how to be one again, but we're spitting out the bones of our fathers, the fathers of all the wars before us, all the wars that came, all of it, because of this, okay? So if I'm here, okay, now we're eye to eye, okay? Now I'm seeing Lucifer's heart. It's not that he's above me. He's never going to be above me. It's I deny myself so that I can know his heart and how to fix and help his heart, just like I would do for any of you. So if you were standing here in front of me, I would sit down and say, hey, stay standing. Speak to me, because I'm going to see your heart. Even though you're above me, I'm eye to eye with your heart. Okay? Now, if I stand, now we're going to be eye to eye together. Make sense? That is the problem with the world. That was what the Bible speaks about. That's what they don't want you to know. That's what they want you to keep entertaining on the world stage, because they want you to see anything but eye to eye. They want you to flip each other upside down and become your own Lucifers and your own gods and your own created life that you want to create for yourselves, okay? Your own personal gods, your false illusion gods that you all create for each other. That's what they want you to be. They want you to be your own personal Lucifers and your own personal Jesuses to each other, flipping each other upside down, causing war so that y'all can go underground, becoming the aliens. I pretty much wrapped everything up in a nutshell. Do you need anything more, or should I continue? I can keep going. You want to know about, okay, here. Let's start from like World War. Let's start in the Vietnam War. Okay, World War I, World War II, okay? Each individual battle, down to the finest of details, if you break it down, it all reflects somebody in life now from the Bible. So what was the sin that I died for? Ryan McKennedy, okay? If Rye was the pretend sin, okay, that somebody died for, what does that mean? Each battle in the wars, down to the bridge names that they fought on, World War II, his name was Ryan, okay? So everything that you know was all staged. It was all fabricated in a way of the finest details to show the future before the future became the present moment. Okay? So you want to know what World War II was with the Nazis? Aliens. Okay, why was Hitler wanting to know about aliens? Because he was showing underground. So why did the pyramids of Giza have a diamond like this and then down? The pyramids were showing, hey, if you go underground and you fight wars, you're dead. You're in a coffin. You're in a tomb. You're mummifying your mind. You're mummifying your mind. You're mummifying your mouth. You're mummifying your eyes. So when I say the first fall of heaven, the second heaven, the first hell is second heaven. Your eyes are sewn shut, your mouth is sewn shut, your ears are sewn shut, and your heart is sewn shut. Now, any artist is going to depict actual somebody like sewing somebody's eyes shut. That's not what I'm talking about. In the spirit, your eyes are sewn shut. You can't see your own heart. You can't see the words on these pages and know what any of it means. Even if you have PhDs, master's degrees, you know nothing because your eyes are sewn shut. If you can't see your own heart, how are you going to speak this or put this by your heart if you can't even see your own heart? So the first fall of heaven from Lucifer, okay, and the angels falling, they were put in hell. Their eyes are sewn shut, their mouths are sewn shut, their ears are sewn shut, and their heart is sewn shut. So when you're in your existence, the mom's spaghetti of hell, okay, one of these spaghettis is hell. Hell only, okay? Only hell. The individuals in that spaghetti of hell cannot see their heart. They can't speak about the world. They can't speak about anybody around them. They can't hear the world. They can't hear nothing. They are literally in hell, in their vessels, no soul, nothing. Be afraid of not the one who can kill your body, but the spirit. So they have no spirit. They just have a vessel, and they're waiting for their once-in-a-lifetime opportunity as you guys are here. Okay, listening to my voice right now, your once-in-a-lifetime opportunity in each one of these spaghettis comes along, and you rose out of hell. IRS, you rise out of hell. So they want to give Caesar back to Caesar. What is Caesar's? Give back to God. What is God's? Right? His head, the logos. Okay, so they took the brain from you and these spaghettis. Okay, or God removed himself from all of the people in hell, and each one of these spaghettis that is it could just be cut as it shows in Wolverine and Deadpool. Yeah, it could be cut, or we could go here and we could try to save this. And the demons that have their eyes sewn shut, their mouth sewn shut, their ears sewn shut, and their heart sewn shut, maybe it's time to wake them up and resurrect. Now do you understand? It's that simple. So the Nazi garbage, I rebuke all the Nazis, all the skinheads, all the Nazi bullshit, every last bit of it. The truth behind the Nazi war is aliens going underground, and they were showing everybody. So the Holocaust in the beginning was just peanuts. It was peanuts. 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 Literal, just a couple specks of dust, just everybody dying. Okay? Compared to what they were going to try to do now. And that's what I stopped. I stopped the Holocaust from happening all over again because I took Lucifer, I flipped him right side back up and said, this stops World War III. Should I continue? Because from the very beginning of time until now, I could tell you what every war meant. Desert Storm, the Fallujah, the fall of Fallujah just represents Nijah Houston. Nijah Houston, the people in Texas, the Fallujah. So these wars that were created and fought, they were done to show the future of what people are going to try to do to me. What people are going to try to do to him. What people are going to try to do to John. What people are going to try to do to James. What people are going to try to do to my son, my stepson, Timothy. That's what all the wars were. So the fabrication, in which the finest of details, when I say fabricated, they created these battles in these specific areas in the world that represented a biblical event or a timeline now, okay? World War I, World War II, all even further, all the way back, okay? Even Sodom and Gomorrah, all of it. everything. It's all a cycle, okay? Nothing new under the sun. So everything that they were trying to do to me in time now was a war in the past. And in the finest of details of that war, all I have to do is share my life. I grew up at 345 East Warnemont, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, all of it. That's why Warnemont, war. Mari Manuel, war. That's how I knew who he was. He was excommunicated from the church, but I knew he was of God because that's why they excommunicated him. Because of where I grew up, that told the story. Yeah, so the streets that you grow up on, the highways are timelines. So when you're driving down Highway 101 from Northern California all the way to Southern California, that is a timeline of the first fall of heaven. And if you go down and look at every single one of the exits on the highway, it's telling a story. And if you know the language of God, if you speak like a child of God, like a true child, like Iggy Azalea. Like if I'm like a child, I see all of ya. So Proverbs, okay? Here, Proverbs. So you heard my mother. Prove her right, SB, because SB's on the right. Prove her right, SB. Proverbs. That's why Proverbs was Proverbs, and it's the last Bible chapter in the New Testament. Prove her, SB, is on the right. Prove her right, SB. I'm Shane Browning, Yeshua, the Brown, Jesus Christ. So prove her right, meaning prove my mother right, meaning you belong to Satan. If you don't stop, you're going to continue belonging to Satan. If y'all don't stop, you're going to continue belonging to Satan, not me. Prove her right, SB. You have to look at the Bible with child's eyes. Here, perfect example. Luke, Lucifer, and Key. I'm Milwaukee, Lucifer, Luke. So where my grandfather passed away at the St. Luke's Hospital, it's the #1 cardiac hospital in the Midwest. Look it up, St. Luke's. Lucifer and Key. Lucky. So when Donald Trump says Joe Biden's going to need luck, he was talking about Lucifer. Joe's son, Lou, which is John. John was Biden, okay? That means luck. What's my stepson's Timothy, with the Timothy Bible chapter? His last name is Luck. Yes, I'm Jesus Christ. Yes, I wrote the Bible. Okay? But when I say Jesus Christ, I am Christ. I am the Father who actually wrote these pages. So Timothy, my stepson, his last name is Luck. So Luke, meaning when I say they sent the sheriff's office to my stepson's house and shot his dog, I'm talking about his daddy. And I forgave it because I know what matters more. So when I talk about Luke, where my grandfather David passed away, if I don't pull my stomach up, he died from esophagus cancer. So if I don't remove this part of my esophagus and pull my stomach up and speak this truth with my heart the right way, it only means we do this all over again. That's what this means. So Luke, Lucifer, and Key. I am Milwaukee. The meek will inherit my earth. Mark. Why was Mark Mark? I grew up in Warnemont. W-A-R, Mark. I'm in Key. So when you tune a guitar in key, you're tuning your head. The neck on a guitar is your throat and your stomach, your esophagus, what you put into that you play the notes, and your body. I am the head, you are the body. Okay? We all speak as one voice. Okay? One truth, one life. Okay? This is where they want to come in with the New World Order garbage. I rebuke the New World Order garbage. All colors, New World Order, black and red. New World Order, black and white. New World Order, 6-color rainbow. You all can go to hell. Okay? The New World Order garbage. You are taking that because I am showing you we are all in key, all in tune, and the same. And they will take that image and they will say, we're going to make a one world government. We're going to make a one world religion. We're going to make a one world this. Just because I'm speaking the truth the way I am. So Mark just represents the street I grew up on. Okay? Mark, okay? Milwaukee, Mark. Warnemont, W-A-R, Mark. Up the street is Mark's house where Nick and I grew up with Mark playing poker. And yeah. Matthew is just my brother. I guess my pretend father, his name was Michael, Archangel Michael, okay? His son, Matthew. We have the same dads, okay? None of this is real. It's all an illusion, okay? Batoni, okay? Bot. These are all bots. These are all people planted in my life. I was put here. I was taken from the harbor master in a hospital after I was born and placed within a pretend family to create the illusion around me. Now, it was not an illusion. The illusion is real, but the illusion of the truth back then of everything I would go through now. So everything I'm going through now in my life from the time I was born, I was put into a family that created everything around me in a reflection of this, but they wear masks, and that's the problem in which I'm telling you, Simon, Peter, James, John. The James portion is me showing you how to see your family as I see all of this around me. I'm not saying you were switched at birth. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I understand how this works, and that's how my covenant was made with all of you, those who are in my covenant. Do you understand what I'm saying? So the James portion of this is me showing you that, hey, I was told my father's name is Michael and I have a brother named Matthew, but that was only done and I was placed in this because of the Bible chapter Matthew. Yeah. So all these people on the world stage trying to pretend to be me, now you know why. And if I don't do this the right way with Lucifer, okay, flip him right side up, they're going to put the Antichrist on the world stage. They're going to put it all on the world stage in a way where it's just, you're not going to win. But now I'm giving you a chance. This is me giving everybody a chance. A chance to see my heart. A chance to see your own hearts. And a chance to be a fisherman. If you want me to be politically correct in your political garbage world that you have created for yourself, a fisherwoman and a fisherman. Okay? Of your own heart. Go out into the world now and be a fisherman or a woman of your own heart. Because now you can see other people's hearts. You're going to understand other people's hearts. If you can't see your own heart, how are you going to understand other people's hearts in this world? And that's where you get into Matthew, into marriage and understanding what marriage truly means and this world that we're coming, these two worlds that we're colliding, okay? Let's just say, okay, this is not Lucifer anymore. This is just let's say this is woman and this is man. Y'all are getting married now, okay? But then you're living in a world that you live in now where y'all are entertaining the world stage, and then now you're waking up. One of you is awakening and the other one is not, is continuing entertaining this. When you get into Matthew, that's what was happening to my brother. That's why Matthew's Bible chapter is Matthew, because it was affecting his marriage. It was affecting his children, okay? It was affecting everything. So you working it out, understanding that, hey, I have to do my work to be a fisherman, a fisherwoman of my own heart in order to even think about touching somebody else's heart. So how can I touch somebody else's heart if you can't even touch your own heart? If you can't even see your own heart, hear your own heart, or speak about your own heart? Because why? You're in hell. Your eyes are sewn shut, your mouth is sewn shut, your ears are sewn shut, and your heart is sewn shut. So Simon, Peter, James, John, the layers of the Bible, you are unsealing your heart, you are unsealing your mouth, you are unsealing your eyes, you are unsewing your ears. So when it says the Lamb is going to unseal the 7 seals of life, when I say I flipped Lucifer from upside down, back right side up, that's the 7th seal. They don't want you to know this. So why don't you ask Eli, the book of Eli, read the book of Eli, watch the movie. That's about Eli Rodriguez. It's Lucifer's life. Okay, John's son. If you want to truly know, so after Luke, you have the gospel according to John. Why? Because Lou and Key, Lucifer, is John, his son. That's why I brought Enoch to heaven. Because Lucifer's brother is Enoch. I think that's enough for one day, or do you want me to keep going? I'm never going to give you more than what you can carry. If I just give you, listen, if this bowl represents the food, just the big, just bowl of food of heaven, okay? If I give it all to you, that's what it means. Those who see will be blind. If I give it all to you, you're just going to blind yourself. You're going to want this whole plate of food, a whole big thing of food. You're just spiritual. You're just going to puke it all right back. Because you're going to entertain the world in a way where it's now you're entertaining people like you saw with my mother, Pat. You're going to deal with that in a way where it's like, think of anybody else. You ate all the eggs? Well, yeah, I ate all the eggs. I was hungry. Hey, I ate all the eggs. This is why you belong in hell. Because the things that you say are more important than, hey, I should probably not say this and wear the face paint because of how it's affecting everybody, and I know why she's doing it. My 38-year-old son shouldn't be in my house. You should probably, hey, will his family please just come get him? When I say his family, they know that I belong with my real family. When I say real family, I was put here. So this spiritual food that I give, I only give you as much as you can digest, chew, and truly reflect on. If I give you this and you do not reflect on it properly, you're just going to be another one of these puppets on the world stage, another one of these puppets being controlled, manipulated, going onto your phones and saying this, that, and the other thing when you have no idea what the true meaning or the reflection of what it is I'm saying. You just want to add to something that you shouldn't be adding to until you truly reflect on my words and what I'm saying. Go read your Bible. The words I'm speaking, go read your Bible. I'm giving you the spiritual food. I'm giving you Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, Simon, Peter, James, John, okay? Every word that I'm speaking, if you go and reflect and actually read the words, you'll be like, oh my God, he gave it all in a nutshell. Everything broken down in the finest of detail in the words he said are all right here. But he just gave it to us in a nutshell. Why won't they tell you any of this is what I want you to ask. Why aren't they telling you this? Why isn't your precious Satan Trump on the world stage giving you what it is you need in the ways you need them? I could go live. Trump can go on TV live and I could show you, hey, I'm going to set this camera up exactly how I am right now and reflect the exact words he's going to say long before he says them. I'm going to show you the future before the future, but they use technology. They use technology to do what I do naturally. Okay? Why isn't Satan showing you any of this? Because they're setting you up. They're setting you up for Antichrist. They're setting you up for the world stage to wage war on each other. Here I am telling you, hey, the war's over. The upside down world as you know it. Hell's bells. The upside down world as you know it, Barack Obama, it was all fake. It was all pretend. It was all just to show me, hey, John's son out in the real world, okay? Lucifer, okay? This is what they were doing to you. That's the acting on the world stage with Michelle, Barack Obama, all of it. From the beginning, George Washington, until the very end, 47 right now. So when they say 47 is the last president, he's literally the last president. There's going to be no presidents around the world at all. It's literally just going to be God. But they want to flip it and script it and put it all into this upside down world garbage to have you guys fighting each other. Because I'm telling you, hey, I flipped this turtle. I flipped this turtle. Okay, Jacob wrestled with me and lost his hip. This turtle was upside down. Okay, Lucifer was upside down. I flipped the turtle right back up. Okay? So if the upside down world is the tree of knowledge of good and evil, okay, there's no bell in here. That's because I said, enough's enough. I'm bringing everybody back home. So Lucifer, the turtle, was flipped upside down. The serpent was pissed off at the turtle being flipped upside down, but the turtle didn't flip itself upside down. It was me going like this. Oh, little turtle. Oh, hey. You're okay, buddy. You're all right. And then it gets scared and flips itself upside down. I'll say her by her real name, but what I mean is Taylor Swift. When Michelle and I were kids, okay, I was out on her I was out on Cindy's farm with Michelle, and they had a turtle. And I went to go pick it up, say, oh, little buddy. And it got scared. And it flipped upside down. That's Lucifer being flipped upside down. And I said, hey, John, I got you. Your son's safe with me. Your son is safe. I'm going to flip him right side up. I'm going to bring him back home. I don't care what you guys have done to me. Because all I really wanted was to have the conversation I'm having right now with you and everybody else. But y'all are cowards and ran because your reputations were more important than actually being there for somebody. But now everybody's putting their BS aside and saying, you know what, he's right. That's the life-giving water I'm giving right now. So this spiritual food that I'm giving, take it and reflect on it properly. Digest it. And I don't mean just chew it up and digest it just a couple hours from now and go back and say, well, I really wish Shane was just back live. Or no, I mean go for the next 3 days and read and reflect on my words. Don't just take them and run to the world stage. Take them and put them in your heart. Don't put them on this garbage. Put it out in the world. Go out into the world and truly be the change this world needs. Because this spiritual food, nobody else can give it to you. Not a Charlie Kirk sitting at Salt Lake City, Utah, which the guy's still alive. Sorry to break it to you. All your world stage garbage. Yeah. Here, Caroline, leave it. The people in Texas, the car is lying. Leave it. That's how this is all done. They all knew. And they're showing, hey, he caught them all. Listen to what he's saying. But they're doing this in a subliminal way where you can literally go and look back at every single Trump thing back for the last, since his first till now. This is what they were doing this whole time. But you didn't have the eyes to see it. But now you will. Okay? Just don't go to the world stage being a ghoul. Don't put your garbage manifestos on the internet and be the brute. Don't be the brutes. The brutes are the reason why Lucifer got flipped upside down in the first place. Okay? Don't be a brute. Speak with love. I speak the way I do because I have every right and I earn the right to speak as I do of heaven. Okay? I denied myself so that I could earn this right to speak. I stayed silent for years, 3 years. Stayed silent so that I could speak now. Not as a brute, because Lucifer wouldn't be flipped back upside down or right side up if I did it as a brute. I didn't show brute force. I showed compassion. I showed love. I showed my heart. So when Lucifer said, "Thank you for showing me your whole heart," that's why nature connects with me, and spirit doesn't lie. I can't lie. Eli knows this. Satan knows this. The people on the world stage know this. But they test you. They test all of you. Because I can speak these truths, and the truth in the way, in the life. You can't. Why? Because you take the spiritual food and you want to make money off it. You want to be a popular, cool kid, girl. You want to be the next big thing on the internet to say, I have all the answers. You want to be on that Sean Ryan show with those the seers of the way back. They aren't seers. They're literally cowards, hiding behind masks, only giving the outer shell, hoping that you wage war against each other, thinking that the world is still upside down, but the world is right side up, and we're not fighting anymore. We've never been fighting. They just want you thinking that. They want you thinking that. Yeah. So let me make it very clear. This spiritual food, let me put the cherry on top for you for the day. I rebuke Scientology. You're all garbage. You want to be set free, repent. And deny and denounce your garbage that you put yourselves into in your cult. Because the Enoch, the secrets that Barack Obama sold you, Scientology, you garbages, yeah, you're a garbage can. Yeah, you stole Enoch, Lucifer's brother, his life. You stole Lucifer's life from him, and now he wants it back. And I'm the creator of this world, and I'm going to give it back to him. So Scientology, I rebuke you and all of you who are within that house. So Michael Cohen and Barack Obama, you sold secrets to Scientology. The Masons, I rebuke the Masons. I rebuke the Leviathan, and I rebuke every single other secret society around the world that was taking my life, my words, and used it against humanity. And as far as I'm concerned, you could all go to hell. So I suggest repent. I suggest set free those who deserve to be set free, who want to be set free from your Scientology garbage. Because Linkin Park, Emily, yeah, I set her free. I set everybody free who want to be set free from that. But those who keep trying to pull everybody in or try to, all of your gang stalking you've done to me over the years, just because I say you're all trash, you're all garbage. You're literally the scum of the earth. Scientology, you're scum. Okay? Masons, you're scum. 33rd degree Mason, you took Lucifer's life and tried to go above and beyond 33rd degree. That's why I created the Leviathan. Yeah, you don't even know why the Leviathan was created, but you all go into your Masons and your churches and you all just, you're all trash. You're all garbage. You took something that doesn't belong to you. You took something that doesn't belong to you. He belongs in heaven. Now it's time to confess. Because the game's over. I love you all. And I'm sorry I'm not the image, but I'm not sorry. I'm not the image you want. I'm not the image you were sold over all these generations and all these times. I'm sorry down the watered down excuses you've been giving on what all this truly means, on why they can't give it to you, the truth. It's because they're all cowards and they hide behind Satan. Peace be with you. I love you. Just remember that.